Guys, let's talk about 3 ways you can lose weight without even fucking trying. Without modifying your nutrition, without modifying your exercise, without taking supplements. 3 really simple ways to start losing weight. Reason number 1 is eating slowly. Now, this is such a simple way to drastically reduce your food intake without even trying, and it's so overlooked. I mean, I'm sure you've heard of this before, and it's such a simple rule, but nobody ever fucking abides by it. And this was such a game changer for me when I went through a transition of losing a significant amount of weight, 32 kilos, in fact, was really focusing and ingraining this habit of eating slowly. Because the weird thing is, when I started to really actually embody eating slowly most of the time, I would literally, in some cases, I would literally halve the amount of food I would eat at each different sitting. Sometimes I would halve it. At the very least, I would eat 75% of what I normally would. And this is so mind-blowing. You know, this is such a big changer. That's a significant amount of calories that you are no longer eating, because in all reality, you did not need to eat that much food. So really focus on sitting with eating slowly. Focus on where your hunger level actually is, which brings us into number 2. Eat until satisfaction. Another way I like to put this is eat until 80% full. What you class as 80% full. Another way to describe this is I want you to eat until you're no longer hungry, but you're not full. So no longer hungry being the key. And this actually ties into eating slowly extremely well. It interweaves with eating slowly, because you don't know where your fullness level is, your actual fullness level is, unless you're eating slowly. If you eat really fast, it takes, and this is a true thing, it takes your tummy about 10 to 20 minutes, depending on the person, to actually tell your brain when you've had enough food. So if you're not eating slowly, you can't actually gauge where your fullness level is. But when you are eating slowly, work on gauging. Where is my fullness level? Stop about halfway through your meal and sit with that. Where am I out of 10? I'm about a 5 out of 10, so I can eat a little bit more here. I'm still quite hungry. Get it up to about the 80% full, 8 out of 10 full. So you're no longer hungry, but you could probably eat a bit more before you're actually full. This is going to be difficult for some people, because for many people, this was me a couple of years ago. I didn't know what 80% full even meant. I had 2 levels. I had starving as fuck and full as fuck. They were my 2. There was no in between. So really work on eating to 80% full, because here's the reality, guys. You function best, both physically and mentally, when you're not stuffed, but when you're not hungry, in the same sense. I'm sure you can relate to, having a massive meal and then just be like, you don't want to do shit after a massive meal. You just need to sit and let that digest. I like being 80% full, because when you're 80% full, you can actually eat a meal, and very soon after, you should be able to do a workout. You should be able to still function at peak performance mentally. You should be able to focus and concentrate without much affecting you. Number three, the final one, and this is a huge one: how to lose weight without changing much at all. I want you to become aware of your binge eating episodes and become aware of why you binge eat. Because here's the real deal. Most people are pretty good with their food. Most people. The times that are damaging and really push you away from your goals are those periods where you binge eat. Because when you binge eat, you can eat literally the equivalent of one or two days worth of calories in a single sitting. How insane is that? And binge eating is by far the biggest reason why people can't make progress. Most people eat fine during the week, and then on the weekend or at a period of emotional trauma or emotional, stress is when they will crack and binge eat. And I'm guilty of this still to this day. But one thing I'm really proud of is my binge eating episodes are so reduced. And let's be honest, there's going to be some times in your life where you fucking have a massive trauma happen. And an effective way to cope will be binge eating. An old habit, an old behavior will be binge eating. But most of the time, with minor stresses and minor traumas, such as having a shit day at work, having an argument with your partner, or whatever it might be, binge eating, there are way more effective methods of dealing with that emotional stress than binge eating. And you just need to be aware of that, and you need to choose. You need to just be aware of that emotion or that stressor as it arises in you, and acknowledge it, feel it, and choose to deal with it in a different way, a way that is not going to harm your health. For some people, that might be as simple as watching a movie on Netflix. For some people, that might be meditation. For some people, that might be hitting the gym. For some people, that might be having a chat to a very close friend and venting. There are so many other ways and more effective ways to deal with emotional stresses rather than alcohol and drugs, which is a common go-to, not a good go-to, a common go-to, and food. There are many more healthy and effective ways to deal with emotional stresses. And what I ask you to do is just be wary of those binge eating episodes. Be wary of the emotions that arise when you feel the need to binge eat, and actively choose to do something else that will give you the same feeling and aid you in coping in a healthy way. I already said a few. You know you best. So it could be playing with your dog. It could be having a chat to someone close to you. You know what's going to work just as well as binge eating. Because when you reduce your binge eating or remove it completely, that's where key progress is made. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the 3 ways to lose weight without even changing your nutrition or your exercise. These are huge. These are key. It blows my mind how overlooked these 3 things are when they're such a pivotal role. So I urge you to give those a go and let me know. Let me know how you go with it. Hope you have a great day, guys. Love you all. Peace. Guys, if you're liking my videos so far, I highly suggest you look up my YouTube channel. That's where I put all of my videos. Sometimes my videos get lost on Facebook. So if you're loving what I'm putting down, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, search for Aaron Sager on YouTube, Sager, and subscribe. And you can see I've been doing this for fucking 2 or 3 years now. So I've got a shit ton of videos up there. So have a look if you're interested, and if not, fuck you.